in 8,000 lines, RIBA. A humble revision of the wonderful achievement of the late Dr. Edward Cons, now of the 21st century. By Richard Babcock. Chapter 8. Purity. Depth and purity of perfect wisdom. Subhuti. It is hard to gain confidence in perfection of wisdom if one is unpracticed, lacks in wholesome roots, and is in the hands of any friend who may be other than good, this friend being any one possessed of less than right intent, speech, action, and concentration toward countless beings. The Lord, so it is, Subhuti. It is hard to gain confidence in perfection of wisdom if one is unpracticed, has only diminutive wholesome roots, is dull-witted, does not care, learns little, displays inferior understanding of wisdom, relies on any friends who may be other than good, is not eager to learn, and who is unwilling to ask questions, and who remains unpracticed in wholesome dharmas. Subhuti. How deep indeed, Lord, how profound is perfection of wisdom, as being so hard to gain confidence in. The Lord, form is neither bound nor freed, because form has no own being as innate, inherent, or individualized in any true or absolute sense. Any material process is wont to be assumed if, or as any do not exist. Any starting point of any material process, or an equivalent to form, is neither bound nor freed within or beyond any perceptibility, because any starting point of any material process is without own being. Any end of material process is likewise without own being, because in this same way, any truly profound explicitness of being, biness, or presence, cannot exist as any part of a non-existent own being of some present form. Discursive facts within and of themselves are ephemeron, elusive, and transitory. And this same applies for any remaining skandhas, i.e., feeling, perception, impulse, and consciousness. In short, any thing whatsoever. Subhuti. It is hard, it is exceedingly hard, Lord, to gain confidence in perfection of wisdom if one is unpracticed, has planted no wholesome roots, is in the hands of any friend who may be other than good, has come to be or is under what is described to be the sway of Mara, is lazy or of small vigor, or is not attentive to mindfulness. The Lord, so it is, Subhuti. Because purity of form is identical with purity of fruit, and purity of fruit is identical with purity of form. It is thus this purity of form and this purity of fruit can neither be multiplied nor counted as two, nor are these one divided. And Subhuti, not even can these be counted as one, as these have no basis, no ground from which to determine any singleness. Neither can these be broken, nor cut apart. It is thus, as this purity of form comes from purity of fruit, and purity of this fruit from this purity of form. And the same relevance exists between purity of form and purity of all knowledge. The same applies to any other skandhas whatsoever. Sariputra, fathomless, O Lord, is perfection of wisdom. The Lord, from purity is revealed dissolution of defilement and obscurity. Sariputra, a source of illumination beyond any source is perfection of wisdom. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, a light is perfect wisdom. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, not subject to rebirth is perfect wisdom. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, free from defilement is perfect wisdom. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, here is neither attainment nor reunion as perfect wisdom. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, perfect wisdom does not reproduce in itself. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, here is absolutely no rebirth of perfect wisdom, whether in any world of sense desire, or in any world of form, or in any formless world. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, perfect wisdom neither knows or perceives. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, what does perfect wisdom neither know nor perceive? The Lord, form, and the other skandhas. And why? From purity. Sariputra, perfect wisdom neither helps nor hinders all knowledge. The Lord, from purity. Sariputra, perfect wisdom neither gains nor abandons any dharma. The Lord, from purity. Subhuti, the purity of form, etc., is due to purity of self. The Lord, because such is absolutely pure. Subhuti, the purity of fruit, and purity of all knowledge, are due to purity of self. The Lord, because of such absolute purity. Subhuti, the absence of attainment and reunion is due to purity of self. The Lord, because of such absolute purity. Subhuti, the boundlessness of form, etc., is due to boundlessness of self. The Lord, because of such absolute purity. Subhuti, any bodhisattva who understands such thus, is perfect wisdom. The Lord, because of such absolute purity. Subhuti, moreover, perfection of wisdom does not stand on any shore on this side, nor on any shore beyond, nor athwart the two. The Lord, because of such absolute purity. Subhuti, a bodhisattva treating even insight as any object of perception, hereby parts from perfection of wisdom, and gets far away from such attachments. The Lord, well said, Subhuti. For also names, as any things whatsoever are called and assumingly adjudicated as such, and signs, as any one thing or group of things owing or lending any more or less or even equal substantialness or reality to another, are sources of attachment.